Good evening. Welcome to another stream. Sorry about not being able to show up Wednesday. I had to go and help my mother take care of the house real quick and stuff because Tuesday was my stepfather's birthday. So we had to switch things around. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to stream on Wednesday. But hey, we got Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise, everybody. We got Monster Hunter Rise. We got that good stuff. We got that good stuff. We're gonna, whenever we play this, there's always great conversations to be had. You know, everybody's gonna love it. Everybody's gonna love it. I love it. You love it. We all love it. And now I'm unmuted. We're hunting the Pookie.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Okay.
Well,
You pukey.
Yes, the pukey. But Tristan had to quickly go to the bathroom. He'll be back in a minute.
Well, as long as he's not sitting there looking at boats.
I don't know what he does when he's in the bathroom.
He looks at steamboats.
Okay.
Helps him poop,
And?
I think. I know.
No.
The only reason why I'm saying it is because he got distracted and he told me. He's like, "Oh fuck, I was busy looking at old ironclad boats, steamboats and shit." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I ain't judging.
It was,
Better than other alternatives.
yeah, you could be looking at porn. That's what you're getting at. Sure.
Hey, I don't know how YouTube censorship works, okay?
Could be looking at porn. I don't want that. That'd be weird. That could be weird.
Very weird.
Very weird. We don't want that. That'd be weird. Dog. Boom, 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 boom. I'm building. The dog ain't doing nothing yet, but he's gonna be going into battle. He is gonna be. I'm talking to chat, Aaron. Am I talking to you? God, you think I'm talking to you?
I don't fucking know.
God, Aaron, so selfish. You always
Oh,
think
fuck you,
You
Evan.
always think I'm talking to you.
Isn't that the point? We talk to each other.
Yeah, but I also have to talk to chat.
Okay, well, how the hell am I supposed to know?
I don't know. Figure it out.
Easier said than done.
That is true. But then that means I have to give ground. Turn on a headset. Board the ship, forced to wipe moment. Yeah. Why is he dancing? Why the cat dancing? We're just waiting for Tristan to fucking come back from his shit venture. Aaron's feature fucking bunny things.
Yes.
Oh my god. Aaron, if you look at the dango fountain thing, it's looking more like an actual bunny now. Just wanted to say hi and drop the like. Thank you, Josh. It means a lot. Yeah, if you come out to the dango thing, you know that weird goopy thing.
Yeah, the weird
Yeah, where are
marshmallow
you?
ball.
Yeah, see?
I'm right
Looks
here.
it looks like a rabbit.
What the fuck?
He's got little eyeballs too.
What is she trying to create?
He's creating a monstrosity, Aaron. You should be
if-
careful.
If this is the anime version of Stay Puft, so help me. I don't want to get put
No,
up with
it's
that.
it's torch.
If it turns to life and it goes konnichiwa in a very heavy demon voice, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Konnichiwa.
That's the fucking cutesy pose.
Konnichiwa.
It's you.
Oh.
I'm getting the Ghostbusters for this one. They can handle it. Not me.
Thick, gooey dango. We need monster broth. Where the fuck do we find monster broth?
Well,
Also,
if it's
accept
like
the
turkey-
damn mission.
I already did.
Oh.
I did the entire thing while you
Well-
were doing your little music intro.
Well, I usually have to yell at you. Why is this no matter how long it's been, it's always new? Or
I know, I
how
was just
long,
yelling.
or how new this game is. It always looks like the same janky garbage. It looks like Worlds. No, this is Rise. Rise is way more mainstream. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone.
More
Monster Hunter-
Japanese.
Monster Hunter is great, but it is also janky garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is just JRPG slop. Like, no one disagrees with that. But it is Rise.
This is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, this one you don't have to like.
Worry so much about hunting.
Yeah, you don't have to like sniff shit and then like track it only to get like maybe 2 hits down. Like when you go into a fight, you start fighting. Like we're fighting the Pukey. It's already on the map. It's in location 3. We can go over and fuck with it. Like, you know. That's what I mean by like it's way more mainstream.
They discovered that you can use birds to track animals in this. Something that, people have been doing for thousands of years in real life, but Monster Hunter people never figured out.
How do
now.
birds work? Oh yeah, where's those fucking plants? They're in this map, aren't they? Aaron, you go hunt the Pukey. I need to fucking find these stupid plants. Because Tristan didn't show me last time.
Yeah, they're over here if you want to follow me.
Yeah. I don't know where the fucking plants are, boy.
I'm using the controller now because I just couldn't tolerate
there he is.
doing it before, but now I have to learn all the controls again.
It's not that bad. Stupid fucking bug.
A stank mank.
Stanky mank. That's a blast nut. Jerkin my jerkin, boy. Jerkin my gherkin. Where is it?
Like them blast nut.
I don't remember that from the Pukey.
Puke is like a poison monster again, the worst kind.
Yeah,
the worst.
I know. I
No,
faced them many
Aaron
times.
remembers him in Worlds, which was bad enough. Show me the plants. Show me the plants, boy. I'm gonna plant something in you.
There should be like special little colonies of
face.
stuff up here, like just in these mountains in general. So
Plant-
far I'm not finding
Plant
anything
my
except fucking nuts.
seed inside you. It's gonna
And a
grow
tree
an
grows
ugly
out your ass.
monster. It's gonna grow an ugly monster.
Choice mushroom. That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, no, we're looking
Uh,
for a plant.
Let's see. How do I fucking wire bug with the controller? There it is.
Yeah, it's
fuck.
B. Finding out crop. All right, that's Dragonite ore. Not looking for that, but so not terrible.
Mine now.
Oh, an extra wire bug.
Puppet spider. Blast nuts.
Mine now.
Alright, we need to go higher.
God bug.
That is the wrong button.
Fuck!
Alright.
On, I'll be up there in a second. I know there's a jewel bug around here somewhere. A gem bug. There's a gem bug around here somewhere.
And a bitter bug. Unique mushroom call it. Pricey mushrooms.
I'm starting to feel like you don't know where the plant actually is.
Well, I got it when I was up here, but But I was ADHDing through the area when I did it, so
Uh-huh.
wait, an antidote. Or never mind, it looked special. There's still more that we have to go up though.
I'm just gonna look over here real quick, just because it's in the water.
Yeah, maybe it was like maybe I just went through this area and then got it in a mundane area afterwards. But I'm gonna keep looking on the mountaintops just in case.
Aaron, how goes the fighting?
Not too shabby.
All right,
Just
not-
avoiding a lot of poison attacks.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Just
There used to
poofing
be a
gas
fridge
out of his tail. I don't think I ever see him do it before.
Pretty gross.
Very
That's,
gassy.
He's a very gassy boy.
He's a little gassy boy.
He's a little gassy boy. Spewing his spunk everywhere.
So nasty.
Nasty
Nice.
gas.
Improves energy flow by eating your ball. A relic. Don't need that, but I got it. There will eventually we'll get an ability that we can just have our dogs sniff out shit on the map, and it'll just mark it.
Yeah? Well, I need those boats now, so I can produce.
Yeah,
I need it for my
Yeah.
operations.
This high bit going into these little hills here.
Oh, Tristan, I have a question. When you
Yeah,
send Palmer, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Palicos?
No, Pal mercenaries.
Uh,
Do they have to
mercenaries.
equip them with, with weapons and armor and
That's
stuff
good,
like
too.
that?
No, you can just.
Well,
send
I
them
did
out
it for the
raw.
first time and I didn't think about it. Because,
Yeah, they'll
yeah.
succeed without any equipment. But I mean, there could be a bonus to it. I just don't know. if there is for sure.
Because I don't know how, depending on when you send them and what mission you have to give them, will
Found
they
another-
last longer with armor or
Found
not?
another gem bug. Oh, great wire bug placement. Oh, yes. Give me those gems. I found another jewel lily. Oh! Slap my great wire bug on it. Oh, Wisp Lantern. I found them. I found
Nice.
one of them. I still need to collect one more.
I'll keep
Oh, there's a
looking for 'em.
relic over here. You guys don't. I know I'm doing boring stuff, chat, but it's important so I can start mass producing shit. Like it's necessary.
Yeah,
and I-
Hunter is fueled by their industry. Their supplies don't come out of nowhere.
I mean, they do,
Gotta come somewhere.
but like to a degree.
You can gather them from the maps, but it's better to have a nice machine going in the background. and
Gotta
eventually
create
you'll
my
even
what
black
my
market.
sweatshop.
Like once you start the Sunbreak stuff, you can get like black market things that you can send like an agent in to like infiltrate a black market, and then like they give you special deals.
All right, there we go. I found them.
So the world of cats is more complicated than that of humans. Humans fight and die, but cats
Cats. they trade a lot.
they trade and hoard money.
I found a wyvern nest. I now have a high quality wyvern egg.
Is it? Do you have to carry it all the way down?
Yeah, which is why I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna throw it and run.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I have millions of dollars due to the wirebug funds. They're not wirebug funds. The fucking the egg things they give you. All the free money. That's a Rathalos. I don't want to fight that.
That's a Ruffalo. Careful, he'll give you a bad
Mark Ruffalo.
Bad performance.
Not Mark Ruffalo. I hate him. Ooh, rock lizard. Come here. Carbolite ore. Nice. Oh, fuck, I missed. He's spraying his gas. He's spraying his stinky, stinky gas. Hit him with Blight and Thunder Blight. Take care of him, Aaron. Get him, Aaron.
Yeah.
I choose you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Dang it.
I will show no mercy. 400 damage. Look at that. Oh, he's not happy I did that. He's very upset. So now, guys, if I would have hit him with that, once again, I would have done a lot of damage. But as God dictates, the strongest weapons have the least amount of accuracy. So look at that, 261 damage. That was decent. It's getting away! It's getting away! He's being a little bitch and running! After him! Tristan, where are you?
I was shooting bugs in the mountains.
Yeah?
I remembered that like I wanted to get some of these bug parts or something. Put away the weapon, thank you. Because there's certain armors and weapons you need these dumb bugs for. Plus I need small monster slang for one of my quests. And I don't really like fighting with okay.
And mainly, I just hate fighting poison monster bosses. Actually, it's just because I really fucking hate fighting Puke. Nobody does. Actually, I'm pretty good at fighting Puke, all things considered.
Dog, activate your mount mode. How do I do it on controller?
Hold B.
Oh, thanks.
Right in the face.
Right in the Puke.
Deep she.
His cheeks are getting all crumpled.
Oh.
Can't carry any more manx.
Yeah, spit them at me, or that's really helpful. Asshole.
That was my.
It was your fault. He's farting everywhere.
How the fuck did my inventory get full?
Because you've been collecting garbage.
That's right. That's right. I had been collecting garbage. Fucking. I need to dump this shit after I shoot this owl a few times.
Why are you shooting an owl?
It's like a caterpillar owl that's also some kind of like a chameleon.
Come on, guys, I gotta shoot this owl.
The flowing through all the way through the tail. It's like it's not actually a tail, but
It's a butthole.
it's just like it is basically just a butthole.
It just
Like,
spews its giant butthole juices on you.
it's just an elongated orifice. It's a bile duct that's just outside the body. Look at its tongue. It's so thick and like it bloated. Ugh. Nasty. Gross.
Maybe he's got an infection. I don't know.
Bodies are gross.
Monsters are gross. That's how you sound right now. Monsters are gross. Yeah?
They are gross. That's why I call them monsters.
Well, you're gross.
Being a human, that's defaultly true. Yeah.
looks down at his hands. I am gross. Alright. I'm gonna shock him and then save us time. Not
Alright.
having to do the whole killing him to death thing, you know?
Killing him to death.
Trying to be a little humane. I
Killing
get
him
that.
to death. You know, the usual.
Sleepy, sleepy, giant pukey.
He's fallen asleep. He is now asleep. Look at him, so peaceful. And then deflect my sword ability. Blam. It's like slap him and wakes him up.
Oh shit.
Fuck. I did it again. I made an oopsie in the White House.
Ooh.
I got an achievement.
Gem.
Wow.
Welcome to the hub.
Welcome to the hub. I love when she tells me that. I love when she goes, "Welcome to the hub, big boy."
Here's the quest list.
What is this? Grasp the great sword. Wait, is this for actual great sword?
See you
Guys, we
later.
might have to make a detour. Hold on. Let me make sure.
I've got it.
What the fuck is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I've been waiting.
Ooh, increased menu.
These are the available.
Oh. I could learn a new greatsword technique. But I guess I could do that offline. We'll do rotten fruit.
Good luck out there.
That is a main mission. No one complain. That is a main quest.
I ain't complaining.
Are there new dangos? Centering. Oh, the feet dango work better now. Wow.
Oh yeah, it has a marksman bonus on.
It's too bad I'm not a marksman. Alright, I gotta go to the Buddy Plaza and deliver this so I can get my second submarine operational.
around.
All right.
Ultimate the shit.
Until we meet again. Let us trade.
Let us trade. I need another Palico. Hold on.
Very well.
How you holding up? You
Special
buddies
buddy.
just to help us out.
You already got, okay. Scout a buddy,
What kind of bug are you
Palicos.
looking for?
Never mind. Hire Palico. Give me Miko. He looks cool. You're now in the reserves.
Ah, it's you.
I need you to go find me. Thunderbugs.
All aboard. Let's go. Thank you.
Alright. Now they're gonna bargain as well. How are the Meowcenaries? Alright, they finished their first mission. That's good. Alright, everyone ready?
Hold on, checking something.
Yeah, you checking things, boy?
Okay.
Why do I have all this shit that I don't need in my inventory?
Shit, what did I just do? Oh, I called my cahoots.
Hey, you!
Change Kahoot clothes.
Leave me
Rubber
alone!
flat hide.
She screams. You should also, ready up.
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming.
I'm coming!
Rotten fruits. A bishaten.
Yeah, Bishantan. The Bishtan.
The fish tank.
You shut your fucking mouth.
The fish. What? Why is it? I don't know why that got me. My coffee's cold. Life sucks. What's the point?
Mr. Blue Border, hello. Hello there.
Hello.
Where are we? Are we in the flooded forest?
Yes.
I gotta slay 8 Raugi so we can get a different fucking spawn point.
All right.
I don't remember what a Raugi looks like.
They're
Vacuum.
they're
Oh.
kind of like dinosaurs that are small
Are they blue?
and leathery. They're like orange and
I thought that's the Izuke things.
yeah, they don't have feathers like the Izuchis, but they're more fleshy, like the way that dinosaurs.
Well, I found
used
that
to
one
be
thing,
for-
by the way. I
like
found the one
depicted.
creature. The creature that we're
Bishata.
hunting. Yeah, the Bishanta. Bishantan. The Bish.
The bish.
Anything
It's
I
Some
can
people
do?
would call him the bitch. I
Oh,
call
yeah,
him
snake.
giant bat that throws mangoes at you.
That's an
Does
angry looking
throw
monkey.
mangoes at you. It's like a monkey bat.
You guys take care of that. I gotta go find those Raugis. It's
Not
gonna
the worst monster.
bother me. Oh yeah, no, he's pretty
That's a
easy.
monkey?
Yeah,
Oh god, he flashed me.
whenever a monster in the game is monkey, like designed after monkey, it just ends up being kind of weak because monkeys don't really have a lot going for them.
Well, depending on the monkey. See, if it was a gorilla, then yeah, we might have a bit of a challenge.
I'm gonna steal this thing's flesh.
Gorillas
Maybe-
are already pretty strong. I wonder if they. I mean, there's There's a
Well,
pretty
there's
strong monster that is
there's
like a gorilla
Gaguncha
called
or
the-
whatever the fuck his name is. Gagangi or fucking whatever.
There's Rajang, the Thunder King, who's like King Kong, but with
Hello, V5.
lightning. He's pretty cool.
No, Bablanga. He's fucking, he's a monkey. He's like a yeti. He's a monkey.
Bablong.
Yeah, Bablanga.
What if
Is
they
it
make
from the
something that's based off an orangutan?
Because they're ugly.
Because no one likes orangutan.
They're the most majestic of the ape family.
No, they just have really fucking long arms and like, ooh, ooh, ooh,
What they have?
ooh. Just kind of like stick their fingers out. Ooh.
Yeah, but they're one of the most intelligent so far. More intelligent than basic gorillas.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
they're not as strong.
Well, yeah, I don't think they were meant to be strong. Just very.
Ooh.
What's the word?
All right, I found Rogies.
Very athletic. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Very
They got jungle
athletic.
gymnastics.
They're very athletic in the sport of basketball.
Oh man.
Wait, we're talking about
Comprehend the rules of
orangutans?
basketball, that'd be funny.
I told the orangutans, hey, why don't you go challenge Michael Jordan?
Challenge
Prove 'em
LeBron
wrong.
James. Show him how good
Prove
you
it.
are. Once again, I'm being told that we are talking about orangutans. Oops.
Horrible.
We are horrible people.
I'm not a horrible person.
Bullshit.
I'm a lovely individual.
All men
I
are
found a
sinners.
cast-scaring.
Their only hope, forgiveness, or death.
Look, all I'm saying is that women were the one that ate the apple. All right, not my fault.
And yet when she offered it, we could have said no.
Well, we didn't know that it was one of the forbidden fruits. That could have just been bullshit. So we don't hate
you
women.
I didn't eat nothing.
It's regardless. It was any fruit from the tree. It's just not
I'm
that,
just
but-
saying. I'm just saying. Women, you could have showed a little restraint.
It's as if that's all women at once.
Women, your greatest ancestor failed you. All right. This is why you bleed from your crotch once a month.
Jesus Christ!
All I'm saying
What the?
is that
First
you got
orangutans, now fucking.
you got what was
women.
coming to you.
And now the monkey's doing a little dance.
He's doing a little dance.
He just did a little dance.
Brunkle James, yeah. Brunkle James.
The Bible says that no man is responsible for the
Oh
sins
god,
of his
another
father,
pukey,
but the
and he's
Catholics
attacking
say
the
that
monkey.
The sins of the father will be visited upon the son. For the consequences of the past actions are unavoidable, but you are not held accountable for something that your
Exactly.
ancestors did.
Your ancestor fucked up. I'll remind you about it, but I'm not going to blame you for it. But I will remind you that these actions are the reason why we're here today. But I'm not blaming you. I'm just bringing it up.
A little reminder.
Just
a
a
nice little
reminder that technically it's women's fault.
In Paradise Lost, Adam chose to consume the apple because he believed that anything that happened to Eve must happen to him, for they are one. Of course, but
Exactly.
Paradise
We
Lost
were
was
being
not-
equalists before equalists, and that's why we got fucked.
But Paradise
that
Lost
monkey
is just
go?
a poem. It's not actually. It's an interpretation.
So it's not
Version
canon?
of the Bible.
It's not biblically canon.
Neither is the
okay.
Book of Enoch or the Dead Sea Scrolls, but there's a lot of interesting things about that one.
'Cause there's even like the image of the devil is like a pagan thing. It's not biblically canon.
He's just
Making
a
the devil
big
look like
snake.
Tim Curry.
He's just a big snake, guys.
Big snake man.
Big snake.
Because even the serpent in the garden is separate from Lucifer the betrayer and from the.
Yeah,
whatever
but
is
that's if
referred
you're a
to as-
Catholic.
Monster.
I mean, yeah, they're. I guess they're various they're, like
The wrong
dis-
way. Shit.
different beliefs, but like the ones that are in the Bible, they're not considered to be the same thing. Because it's Christianity is not a dualist religion. There's no entity that is equal and opposite to God. He's the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and the end. The existence of what we call demons, which comes from a different word. That
I
Greek
love
means
Bible history. Don't you guys?
Beginning and the end, but no middle.
So it's all important. Everything.
Well, it is important. It's
Remember
basic
when we talked
knowledge.
about Corinthians because we were in a chapel in Outlast Trials, and then the next level we were literally turning someone into a human sex doll? I remember.
I remember. That was fantastic.
Fantastic.
And I've got other lore as well. We could talk about
Alright.
Shiva, or we could talk about.
We could talk about the 400 foreskins.
We talk about the 100,000. Was it the
No, it
100
was-
hands creature that?
No.
from-
It's when David was told to collect like 400 foreskins
I don't remember that.
because it was the only way to prove that the people that he was killing were like one of the enemy Jewish tribes. And so that's how he was to know that he didn't just get them from anybody. He got them specifically from the enemy. And then he came back with like double the amount. All right, everybody, just start skinning the foreskins out on the battlefield.
That must have been an interesting activity in the aftermath of a battle.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone, start collecting their foreskins.
Just all the soldiers going, wait, what?
And it is weird, isn't it? Like I think it was during the Indian Wars. No, it was during one of our first conflicts in the North, when the United States was founded, where there was a Native American leader who had rallied like some British forces to his side, and was fighting against America. And we hated him so much that when we killed him, after scalping him, the rest of the soldiers wanted a piece of him too, so they ripped off bits of his flesh and took them home.
Yeah. I mean, trophy hunting.
I mean, to be fair, the scalping happens to their families and things before. You know, it's just an infinite cycle. The legacy of
All we
change
did was gave him the proper farewell that he gave us. If anything, he should be thanking us.
was like that. You know, there's some of the like tribes that would make up the Great Council and things like that, as well as like the Haudenosaunee, which helped form our government, because the Haudenosaunee system of like the separate legislative branches and the balance of powers is what like inspired our system of government. I mean, even amongst civilized tribes and nations, people would always do weird things. I mean, the French would like burn people alive because
The French, you know, had that whole revolution thing, and it ended up getting a lot of innocent people killed.
Yeah, the
A lot of heads
revolutionaries
chopping.
poured into during that's like the reign of terror. They poured into the prisons and decided that they didn't want to process criminals anymore, so they just killed them all in their cells.
Very smart people, I might add. The same people that are now saying that we should give the Statue of Liberty back.
What?
The same retards that are screaming, "You should give the Statue of Liberty back since you guys don't represent what we fought for." It's like, you don't get to say that anymore because we saved you from 2 different wars. Shut.
They're not
Yes.
gonna care.
There's an
And when
owl.
they pushed a guy. They declared war. The revolutionary government. Like people think that Napoleon declared war on a lot of people, but the revolutionary government was the one that started declaring all these wars.
Yeah, Napoleon was just a general in them. And he's like, okay, so I'm just going to use my tactics and beat him, and then we won't have to go back, right, guys? Right?
He.
They kept executing their own leaders too, so they kept, and then they loved execution so much that they would always record it with a nice painting, and so there's just shitloads of paintings of like revolutionary leader after leader being executed over and over again.
It's a
And
weird
then they were like,
fetish.
and then they were like, let's get rid of Christianity. We should get rid of it, yeah.
Let's create a fucking science religion. It's literally like the first Scientology, but without the aliens.
It's like
Or Tom
they've
Cruise.
forgotten about even like the previous concepts of like scholasticism and the idea that there's no need for religion and science to conflict, but creating artificial conflict between religion and science then separates people,
And then
makes
they couldn't argue anymore because then it's like, well, now you're just separating ideology, and that's just as bad.
it's all people like creating. Well, most people just create sub-factions of things when they want to gain power, and
That's why when I see like any retard saying like we should do what the French did, it's like, oh, you mean kill thousands of people who were innocent? Yeah,
Or
let's
weren't
do
even
that.
involved.
That's a
Like,
smart
really, how many
idea.
people were involved in the revolution? Come to think of it.
a lot of Parisians and a lot of dead people that weren't from Paris.
Ah. Interesting.
Paris has a really, it used to have, still has, I guess, a very aggressive, almost like nationalistic, hedonistic, like culture.
They can't decide.
That's like both irreverent and, in some cases, pointless.
The more you know.
But it leads to extreme violence, which makes them strong in battle. Back when, and they were pretty, but they're like pride and self-interest is what undoes them a lot. Like the French refused to adapt to modern tactics when the British were assaulting them with longbows.
And then Napoleon came and made things great again.
He legitimately like protected France from collapsing, and then they exiled him. And then they
Well,
forgot
it wasn't
that
his fault that he was exiled. He kind of like, you know, had a war and then lost the whole Russian conflict.
Yeah, that was bad. Like, it's everybody who ever attempts to invade Russia always fails because they get stuck in the snow.
It's always
for
the
the
snow.
Mongols.
Well,
And then the
no.
Russians take credit for it.
I was like, but well, here's the thing. Like, the Mongols, like, yeah, they were the ones that conquered the Rus Empire. That was pre-Russia. But the Rus Empire was like the first step in the downfall of the Mongol Empire.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's been years since I heard about that.
And it was
Even
literally
during
similar
Midnight.
tactics, which was, oh, we lost our place, everyone just burn this to the ground and run away.
Run away!
Like, the Kremlin has technically been rebuilt multiple times.
Yeah, as it turns out, nobody else wants it. Once you have it, if you can't hold on to it, it gets stuck.
Just a big
Somehow
building.
Somehow Russians are able to live in Russia, but nobody else wants to.
I mean, I don't want to live in Russia. It looks horrible.
And
Why would I
mean,
want to live there?
Quite a lot of Russians don't want to live there. That's why they come here and smuggle things over.
In their butt.
And they have access to tons of different, like, off-market things that bizarrely can actually, it's weird, they're like, mob connections are dangerous, but they also, like, help people sometimes, which is similar to, like, the Yakuza, how they provide disaster relief.
So they had to rely on criminal organization just to get by.
I mean, that's what Japan did after the war.
No, I know.
The Yakuza is the reason why Japan is here today.
They have a large presence on the west coast of the United States as well.
What, the Yakuza?
Yeah, but it's like
I got its attention. Yeah, but they
dangerous
don't
to
want to. They don't want
confront
to
it.
glorify it, because God forbid we give respect. It's just like Al
Okay.
Capone, where it's like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he did get the fucking government moving and doing shit properly, like they were supposed to be.
The more you know.
And it also exposed that a lot of crooked cops were just the norm.
Just like today. Again.
Yeah, but the people owning them now aren't like 20s to 50 era mobsters. It's like cartels from another country.
There's interesting. The concept of like modern police actually came from Britain. I mean, citizens had a duty to report suspicious behavior and intervene on behalf of their fellows, but they couldn't be punished for not doing it. So they thought, what if we pay our citizens to perform their citizen duties? And that's where the French police forces came into being.
I gotta turn you up because you're mumbling a little bit.
Sorry.
That's
Should I
fine.
repeat anything or nah?
No. I think people get the gist.
Yeah, I don't even imagine anybody that's watching will remember any of this or even cares.
Most people
Yeah.
probably don't even give a fuck. But hey,
Unless they're big fans of history. I don't know.
I'm a big fan of history. I love history.
I love history.
There's in
Oh god.
in the
The
horse
monkey's
heresy,
fighting a
there's
dragon.
It's the conflict. One of the major conflicts in the Death Guard, which is one of my favorite of the fallen traitor legions. It's the two sides like represented by Nathaniel Garrow, who was a loyalist, and Typhus, who was a traitor even before the legion was collapsing, because he was secretly worshipping Nurgle. But his philosophy was that the past is dust to us now, while Nathaniel Garrow's was that tradition makes us who we are. That is, and so even though the Death Guard lost almost everything in favor of their new god, he still kept the traditions of the Death Guard alive, as he was the Dusk Raider, or one of the original Dusk Raiders, which is what they were before they changed that name after finding Mortarion.
Nerd.
Even though the Imperium was the Imperial truth was a lie, denying the existence of gods and demons, they still remained loyal to it because they weren't really loyal to that. And
You know, this all could have been avoided if the Emperor just, told them that demons were real.
Yeah, that was his great folly, and that was one.
He's
of
like,
the
but then
things
they'll
that-
believe God is real. Fuck, I can't have that. I just did a whole cleansing because of this.
He didn't want people to believe that he was a god either, and that like stroke in which he cast down the word bearers who had created a philosophical argument suggesting the Emperor's divinity.
Well, they also ended up becoming a traitor legion.
But they became traitor because the Emperor made them kneel and made them watch as he had his custodian guards execute every convert that they made and all of the friends that they had acquired in their kind of peaceful conversion to the Imperial ways.
It's crazy how these traitor legions get formed because, I had to show them that they can't do that. Then they all fucking
In a
learn
very
like,
violent way.
wow, you're a real fucking asshole, I had to do it to him. It's like, no, you fucking didn't.
You could have just talked it out.
One of my favorite characters that came out of that was Argo Tall, who was possessed by the demon Rom, but he himself had such a calm demeanor that Rom and him
Rom
became symbiotic, and so he could transform into Rom to let out the fury.
Just sleepy monkey.
And he and Rom,
It almost looks like a bamboo, kind of.
and he wielded the spear of the custodian that killed this woman that he met.
He used to
back
get
before
off
his
too.
eyes.
No, that was the woman I jacked my pickle to. Damn! I'll get you for this.
I'm pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Ultimately, no matter what happens, any path that treads through chaos leads to destruction. But of the ones that were destroyed, or of the ones that, because of his like calm mind, he was able to kind of maintain himself to a degree. And the shit that happened with Karn and Angron, the leader of the World Eaters. I mean, it's not really his fault that the Butcher's Nail psychosurgery was implanted into his brain that made him feel constant pain and drove him insane. And he was led to the Eightfold Path, which ultimately just destroyed who he was. And it
Yeah,
was
I
more
hate
of a
when that
tragedy than
happens.
anything. He never even wanted the Space Marine Legion to lead, but he was
Are you
convinced.
talking about? Are you talking about the one son who follows Korn now?
Yeah,
I think I've heard of him before. I can't remember his name.
yeah, he never had any real interest in chaos, but he also didn't have any interest in galactic conquest. He was a humble slave on his world that won glory as a gladiator. And in honor of that, they used to have the world leaders used to have the gladiator companies in which they would deliberately fight with chain axes and melee, putting themselves in harm's way in order to fight on like even ground with lesser things, the gladiator groups. But that whole chapter got fucked up, and now most of their champions are nothing but frothing monsters that have to be chained up.
Now they all got
And
AIDS.
they hang them from the ceilings in their ship while they're frothing at the mouth, floating, their minds completely gone. And then when they land on a planet, the guys that are still sane unchain the dudes, risk dying in the process, and then unleash them on the planet where they just flail at everything.
Yeah, they go while they're fighting. It's their war cry.
Accept the mission.
The great Alex Jones battle cry.
Jew. He did say that. He did say that, by the way.
Did?
Oh, hello.
Like in his past or recently?
In his past.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think he would do that now. I don't know.
He did do that. For historical context.
Got some great sweets.
What kind of history he was talking about?
No. I'm saying that from my perspective. I'm saying it as historical context.
As okay.
He did repeatedly yell the word Jew while flicking his fingers. Kind of like the whole nightmare joke. Nightmare, but instead it was Jew.
See you later.
Aaron, ready up.
Sorry. Rise above the mud.
Yeah, get up above that mud, boy. It's a bear off, so Aaron can handle it.
Hello, my old friend.
So let me know when it's waking off and I'll
Finally,
swoop
my
in.
old rival. Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll swoop in and make him sleepy.
Yeah, make him sleepy.
I'll put him to sleep. It's like, so you mean kill him? No. Why would I do that? That would be cruel.
Where?
It's no more cruel than what the Somnicanth does to hunters.
The what?
It's the monster that puts his prey to sleep so it can eat them.
Oh.
In the wilds,
My
there is
old
no
rifle.
cruelty.
Just survival.
Yes. That's why we bring all these guns.
That's why we bring all of the weapons. Not just some of them, all of them. No half measures.
I mean, look at this. It's a dump truck that shoots garbage out of its forehead.
Of course we're gonna kill it. Of course we're gonna murder it in front of its family. We're Costco kids.
It has no family. I don't even know how this thing reproduces. I don't. It just. I think it evolved
Birth.
from a rock.
It births it.
It was
Just-
carved out of stone by the great earth gods. Kind of like dwarfs.
Also false.
Huh?
Huh?
What do you mean?
It was just the moon shat and it fell to Earth. Bam.
Yeah. There's a dwarf. Dwarf is
The
just
moon's-
moon shit.
The dwarf.
Oh.
I found a Lynx's Gathering. That's cool.
In like Lord of the Rings, like goblins and shit are like genetically modified elves.
Elves, yeah.
It's like really fucked up. Like devolved them and then they split off into other things and then Sauron was perfecting taking the orcs and uruks that came out of them and he was like he thought, what if I make an uruk hai?
What if
A better Uruk.
what if I made them the Ubermensch?
He created super orcs and then his like special battalion of like the white hand or whatever. It was just like
Best.
Sauron had like he had the white hand, the black hand, and there was like the
And just
My
a
left
hand.
hand.
The left hand, the right hand, and just a hand.
this champion in the north, and then like he had the mouth of Sauron which spoke for him, which was quite a vile thing.
Best character.
He just looks like a fucking dilapidated fucking creature with like a mouth and a helmet on.
Yeah,
Like,
I think there were like
wow!
ears as well or something like because Sauron lost his body. That he's a necromancer, so he survived. But he was while Gandalf managed to find him while he was trying to put together some of his power in like a fort, and Gandalf was like, no, and then he
Don't
beat him
do
down.
Don't do that.
But
That's bad.
but the threat didn't end because there's a new hope. Because the ring
There's a new
resurfaced.
hope. That's the wrong. That's the wrong trilogy.
When Luke fought Sauron.
Yeah, Luke fought Sauron. The one ring
Best
to rule
scene
them
ever.
all.
I am your father. That's
Yeah.
impossible. You're so fucking old.
You're so old. And you're
When did you get the time to tap any ass? Same thing with Darth Sidious. When did
Sauron
he?
is like a Sith though, it's because he like waited to and like portrayed his like master Morgoth, who was way more powerful than him, but then he usurped him. And during that time, there were like hundreds. Of
I hate the
Balrogs.
fucking new trilogy. Can I just say, is that
I'm-
still a controversial take to say that
I'm
like
pretty sure it's. It's
because
been-
like there are
yeah.
people out there. It's like I like the new the episode 7,
I think they're
The
just
Force
purchasing them.
Awakens, and it's like, you mean the retelling of A New Hope? You mean
That's what I was so upset about, because I remember making a joke saying that they were gonna make another Death Star, and then it came to life, and I was
and you were angry? You're just like, why? Why is this a thing?
Because J.J. Abrams, he's that lazy.
It was, they were like, it felt too that like they were like shitting on, like for so long people would chat on the like sequel or the prequel trilogy, which I really liked, and then they make that, and they're like, this is better. And it's like, really?
No, it's not. It really isn't. I found a mellow red berries.
I mean, I still enjoyed them because they're more Star Wars and shit. But I'll always have that like little pain inside me that they have been trying to correct over time. But
They can't.
just
It's owned by
they-
Disney. It's too late.
Yeah, there's no
when
way
it, when
they
it
could
comes
fix
out,
this.
it's
They can
plastered
fix
on
it.
every fucking child's brain.
They gave us the acolyte for fuck's sake.
I know.
Now
I
they're
watched
trying to
all of it.
pretend that it didn't exist. Space
Well, the-
lesbians using the Force to make
Nice
baby.
try.
It's so specific. Like a lesbian witch used the Force to impregnate her girlfriend so that they could
Which
give
makes
birth
no
to one
sense.
baby in 2 bodies that they wanted to marry.
It's really fucking stupid. It really is some weird fucking pagan ritualistic shit. And it's like, you know what? Maybe they did deserve to die. Maybe
you
they should have
expect?
been slaughtered. The Jedi were onto something.
Again, what you expect? It was directed by a former secretary of Harvey Weinstein, who had no info about what Star Wars was about.
What is Star Wars? Oh, space wizards. Okay, what if we had space witches?
Aren't Jedi technically just wizards and witches in a way?
Yeah, basically.
Well, they're
More
called wizards and witches by the superstitious populations of the planets and things, but they don't use that terminology themselves.
It's very mean.
It's very mean,
But-
very upsetting. My feelings get hurt.
They don't. I mean, Obi-Wan, like when he became Ben, like he didn't care that people called him a wizard and a hermit because he was a hermit, and he could do things that seemed like magic. And I mean, what is magic? Is something that you don't understand yet. Like because the word like arcane or arcana like comes
Like Canada, it's
from,
magic.
yeah, like 'cause arcana means like specialized knowledge. It's similar to esoteric, and occult effectively means secret or something that is secret. And the secret
Secret.
cults that were made in like the Dark Ages and things coming out of the older, more like public cults of like Pythagoras and like heroes and things like that, where like groups of people the secret cults would keep it. The entrance to a secret cult could not be obtained unless someone from within the organization invited you.
It was a
and
big mouth and started speaking, and then it's no longer in a cult. It's a fucking just a cult, not a cult.
Yeah, it's no longer secret. But the Catholics adapted that policy of restricting certain knowledge in the initial attempts to help people that would read the Bible and misunderstand, but they wanted to reveal it in parts, which inspired the inner circle philosophies of the Dark Angel Space Marines. But the enormous flaw in this was that it allowed people to control and alter what the Bible said in order for it to like fit.
Guys, we have to hide all of our fuck-ups in the Dark Angels book so they don't know that we slaughtered a bunch of people, killed innocent lives. Your friend Akabun has withdrawn from the quest.
That got a
What?
disconnection error
Got
apparently,
disconnected?
but
How?
it literally did nothing. It just split the session in 2.
Oh.
So
Yep,
I
I'm
was-
still fighting the
Oh,
bearer off.
Mine is also got a communication error, so now I have to go back and kill the bear off. Okay, strange.
that is very odd.
I will not give up.
Yeah, at least kill it so we don't have to fucking all have to redo the quest. That would be annoying. They heard about me talking about the Catholics, and Monster was like, no, no, no.
The Pharaoh is Catholic.
He was Catholic all along.
We're not saying the Catholics are bad. We're just saying that the early Catholics made awful decisions.
Just
that,
making really stupid decisions.
incorporated a lot of pagan stuff into the religion, and
Kind of fucked up
the-
stuff.
the Vatican convinced Spain to create the Inquisition, which then started persecuting Muslims and Christians.
And
all
then the
equal.
Great Schism, and then the Iberian struggle. It was a whole fucking ordeal. kind of made things horrible, you know?
That was messed up. Then the original whole point of the religion was to spread the idea that man and God are reconciled. So no man can tell you that you're damned if you don't do what he says.
And
but
then they became those
became-
people that damn you.
Let's say if you don't do this, you're damned.
You dead. You banned.
You get
Banned.
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Banned from afterlife.
We have an afterlife?
At first they tell them about it, and then they say you're banned. Man, that is a cruel thing. If you think about it. Desert Road. It'd be like, it's like how nobody is actually poor until they compare themselves to people who aren't poor or have more than them, and then they become poor, and then jealousy spawns, and then, but then of course those people who aren't poor were poor at one point, saw someone that had more and took from them, and you know, that's everything. That's all there is to existence, is taking stuff from other people.
Like we did from those Indians, am I right, boys? Yeah.
That is like, without them, there could have been no America. And the least that people could do is try to remember them, but now they're erasing them from everything. Again, they're saying that, oh,
Just
all
like
representation
Washington
is racist.
Redskins.
Yeah.
They
apparently
dare
they are bringing back the actual Native Americans to the Washington Redskins again.
That's good. There's a lot of pride even in the, like, the fact that as far as like the East, like the Asia, like the like bravery and prowess of what they called the Red Man was like feared and a source of wonder. But erasing that does no one any justice.
Yeah, because then they're gonna return one day, and then we're just gonna assume they're savages again. I mean, look, they're kind of like it, but like.
Like there were like extremely complex like legal systems and things in like the coalitions and confederacies that existed amongst the Native Americans, and like the Aztecs, we consider them savage because
I mean, they kind of were.
they are like, because, but a lot of them, some of them did believe that, you know, if they were responsible for making the sun rise.
Like they should have realized the one day the sun didn't rise when we fucking prevented them from executing someone. They probably should have thought about their life choices.
Yeah,
But no, then it became a power struggle thing.
and that, like, people shit on the conquistadors, and a lot of them were kind of like politicians and things that led groups of criminals, but not all of them are criminals. Some of them were whores and things that did have no
I
other
just
choice
want
but
to
live.
point out, like, this wouldn't have got as bad as it did if they didn't show up on the shores and the first thing they were welcomed to was a human sacrifice of a small boy. Like,
Yeah, there's
it's like,
something.
this is a godless world. I mean, like, I too would have been like, yep, nope, fucking kill him.
Yeah, that's pretty
You're
much.
fired.
You're
Which is
fired
like
from
you're
life.
fired.
Which is like, that was one of the confusing things about Moses' decision not to initially attack Jericho, was that he was allowed to go inside, and he witnessed a baby being executed for a ritual sacrifice. He came back outside, and for whatever reason he said, let's go. And he led the Israelites into the desert for 7 years.
40.
No, that's the other one. That's the Great Exile.
Oh.
The Jericho. You remember the Great Walls of Jericho?
Yep. I thought that took place after
No,
they were
that
exiled
was-
for 40 years.
That was. Was it?
That's what I remembered.
The Jericho like came after
Because
they
yeah,
escaped,
because
after the Israelites escaped to Egypt. They
Yeah.
they fled through the Red Sea and then they went
Yeah.
into the desert, and they were trying to find a place to settle, but there was no place except Jericho. And
Well, there was the Promised Land, but then there was an area they were originally going to go to, but the problem was
The
it was surrounded by
Canaanites.
quote-unquote. Well, if I remember, it was supposed to be giants, unless those were the Canaanites.
Yes,
Which were
they.
giants.
I believe they were the Canaanites.
Giants! No, they're just humans, but taller.
They're just tall people.
which is effectively a giant. So, like, we call people with like short people, dwarves. They're
Yeah,
people
but
with
not in an
dwarfism.
offensive way. Plus, there's the mythical dwarfs too.
Yeah,
Makes
but
a lot
then-
of people think
which were most likely like inspired by people with dwarfism.
Yeah,
I
but then
mean,
people
at the
take
same
everything
time, though,
serious.
there are some crazy mythical things. Like there was a group in Greek mythology where there was fucking what is it? Sorry, I got distracted by this brew hair that came up and changed my fucking items. Anyway, there's a tribe of people there literally where they had their faces on their chests and they had no heads. And which inspired the fire giant in Elden Ring. I believe anyway. I don't know for certain, but it's very. If you fought that boss, it's disgusting. He has a nose on his chest and a little slit while you're fighting him underneath. But he also has a head above that. But then when you get to his second phase, his his chest eye opens, and his chest mouth opens, and he begins to go nuts. And it's one of the most grotesque fights in all of those games. It's also really awesome. Because of just the colossal scale of the battlefield that you're fighting him on.
Then you realize he's really easy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You summon Alexander, he spins around underneath his feet a few times.
And he falls
You
over
grab-
and dies.
You grab your fucking
Your
your
dick.
gunpowder weapons, or maybe you get Ranny's ass spell, where you send her cold moon at him, and you just keep launching that moon.
Ranny's moon. Her big fat moon. I love Rainey's big fat cheeks. Crushing on my enemies.
Oh.
Ranny's original body was very grotesquely elongated, but she possessed it to all afterwards. In order
Sex doll.
to try to free herself from her flesh. But then she allied with the so-called Dolly Botherer, which is what Gideon often calls him, because he fucking hates him. Preceptor Syllabus is like a traitor. He's pretty intelligent, but he's one of those guys that thinks like his station in life somehow makes him superior no matter what to everyone else. Like how no matter in the colonial army in the in the colonies, like even though like Washington was like a colonel, he would be ranked lower than like a private by comparison if he was fighting alongside a British force, which is one of the reasons why Washington made people call him His
Daddy.
Eminence. Or yes, that. And because it was more for the British to hear, because he was constantly frustrated by the way that they disrespected him.
Oh yeah, System Shock 2 25th anniversary is going to be coming on June 26th.
What would you like
Nice.
to do?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're gonna add the whole game again. It's gonna work. It's totally not gonna
It'll
work
work this
great.
time. It's gonna be perfect.
Gonna be perfect.
Victory! I have slain my old foe,
I killed him
Nice.
as well.
and now I will devour its flesh.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, I kind of forgot I was the only one who. I'm the only one who brings the fucking traps. Oops.
I'm not used to bringing traps.
Gee, oops. Alright, I guess I gotta reopen the fucking server. Cause weird gay shit.
Yeah. Could be worse. Let's just hope we don't have to redo any missions.
Alright, send Aaron a Monster Hunter invite. Send Imperial. I guess. Alright. I want some candy apples? No, bitch, leave me alone.
What would you like to do? These are the available quests. Good luck.
Gotta switch to my better weapon. Wait, how do I not have the fucking second version of this yet? Huh? Hold up.
See you again soon.
You don't have enough pale bones or thunder sacks. This is annoying.
Powerful equipment is important, but you want to look good in battle too, right? Sometimes
You wanna look good in battle too, right? Yeah. Everybody got any electric weapons so we can make this one faster?
until next time. Oh.
Wow! Wow! I'm just waiting for Aaron to join. Aaron! Aaron! Oh, I just realized I was muted
Oh.
How did that even happen?
because I was putting in a code thing. I did send you guys an invite though.
Oh, cool, yeah.
But what's the password? Is it the same or?
It's 6969.
All right. 69. Do I have anything to sell?
No. Why would you need to sell things?
The stuff that we can't use.
Just throw it in
Like
your
those
box.
eggs? No, I mean, like, it's already in the box. I mean, like, those weird eggs that we collected.
What
That
eggs?
we can't use.
I already sold
Uh,
mine. Where the fuck have you been?
Very far.
Dumbass.
Like, I already sold mine. I'm just double
Yeah, I
checking
know.
to make sure if I have any more or not.
No, you have the platinum, the gold, and the silver.
Yeah. I sold those.
You saw those, and there you go. You're set.
Okay. I was double checking in case I got rewarded more. I don't know.
No, you don't get rewarded eggs.
I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention fully.
Not your problem.
What, did I double check on shit?
No, that you're stupid.
Fuck you.
Apparently, the president of the Congo is requesting aid from Trump to bring peace to the lands. And in exchange, he's offering access to the Democratic Republic of Congo's vast mineral resources. Things are about to get a lot cheaper, boys.
Well, that's good.
Drill, baby, drill. All those Congolese miners.
And that's better than any of the offers I ever got in Civilization.
It was always like 1 gunpowder and 2 gold per turn.
Yeah, it's like,
Or maybe some frickin' truffles.
where it's like, we want all of these artifacts from you, all of these cultural heritage that you have, we would like them to become our cultural heritage. And we'll
Or
give you a
some
coin.
marble. We'll give you a marble. I have no use for marble.
I remember when I played Civilization 3, for some reason the Kulu, or not the Kulu,
The
the
Zulu?
Kuluyaku, the Zulu just hated me. Ugh. They were just like determined to, they like were constantly taunting me while like Gandhi was probably building nukes in the background or something. I created the Roman Knights Templar. Because I remember one of the things you could get in Civ 3 was that you could just get the Knights Templar, which allows you to create Temple Knights, which was pretty fucking awesome.
Nice. How come
yeah.
6 doesn't have that?
I don't know.
Some epic Templars.
Because they've got Mounties.
Christian, we're waiting for you to join the server.
Specifically useful. Sorry, I'm still fighting the butt ripe.
Oh.
This bow is a pretty good support weapon, but it's not the most damaging weapon.
It's not great when you're hunting things, you know? It's not that great, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm being a little bit cheated on in this.
Like, my melee attack with my arrow does more damage than my ranged shots do.
Dude. No. Hunt the royal? Oh, that's easy. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Rail Ludroth.
We're just waiting for Tristan.
I'm trying a new tactic in which I just spam arrows constantly.
Well, in the meantime,
I think I need to try another new tactic called explosives. Alright. Charge at me, you dump truck, bulldozer. Now come over here, I set up a barrel, and if you go to the barrel, you'll find this fun surprise for me. I got you a present for me. Is chosen to flee. How dare it? How dare it flee?
Hawk Tua. Spit on that thing.
damn it.
What? What?
I thought that meme was dead.
It's never dead, Aaron. Hawk Tua will always be alive until she kills herself because of the coin scheme she did.
I'm sorry this is taking so long. Every time it does, any significant amount of damage is dealt to it in the sleeve and it's fucking flying away. I have to use other monsters and barrel bombs to try and make up for the damage that my weapon doesn't do. This brew hat is actually pretty nice. It keeps buffing everything that I use.
That's great. But can it buff your attack any sooner?
If only. I'm taking another demon drug.
Not the demon drugs. I thought you were trying to kick that stuff.
I mean, it's not addictive. But apparently I can't drink it right now. My character's refusing, so... Imagine if like the drugs that the hunters took in this universe were like addictive and many of them were like suffering from like dependencies and there's a lot of just grim misery around like circles of old hunters.
So, do you guys watch anything recently? Like cartoons or something? I've been watching Aqua Team Hunger Force.
Well, I was trying to see if they had Venture Brothers on, what was it, Hulu,
They did.
but but now they charge you for it.
Hold on. I can help you with that. Give me a second, and I'll help you with that.
Then I was watching One Piece, but then Hulu decided to remove almost the entire series. I only had 2 seasons to go. And then they just got rid of them all. Except for season 2 for some reason. I guess people like season 2. Because it has
What is
fucking...
that, Arlong Park?
No, season 2 is when they pass the Grand Line, and then they find out, oh, there's a secret organization led by the warlord Crocodile. Called, Brooks Works? I think... I couldn't be mispronouncing them.
Let me see.
Bronx.
Let me see if this...
That's they charge you 84 something a month just to watch frickin' Venture Bros.
No, it
Which
is
makes-
stupid.
Which makes no sense, because you'll just alienate customers.
Well,
Ever
it's been... They stopped making it. It's no longer being worked on.
I know, but they can still have the courtesy to introduce it to people who never heard of it. Because there's still a big fan base. Regardless if the show's no longer being made. What else? Well, I haven't really been watching any cartoons.
What season were you on?
For which? For
Venture
what?
Brothers.
None. I was gonna start it today, or at least watch one episode before I join the stream. So I can at least
Alright.
have it on the list.
I don't think it has the original pilot episode.
That's fine. Like it doesn't matter.
So... There you go.
What's this?
Just click on that, and then that'll take you to the first episode, season 1, and then you just click on the seasons, and it goes all the way up to 7. It should be in order, I think.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Like I said, I think.
Like if not, it's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Let me look up Venture Bros. episode list. Yeah, it doesn't have the original season 1 episode 0, A Terrible Secret of Turtle Bay.
It's done.
He did it.
Done.
I had to use 3 monsters to kill it.
I think what we'll do for this stream, just because we're kind of like out of it, we'll finish up the level 5 hunter rank, and then I'm gonna exit from this, because we have something that we want to play off stream called Call to Arms Austin Front, and I want to see if I can get it to work properly. So I hope nobody gets too upset about that. I know everybody just loves watching me. They just love watching. They just love gooning. Gooning to me. That and my grandmother's gonna start frying things, I think, if this gets done soon enough. Maybe not. Probably not. Don't know. You guys know how it is.
Yeah.
These things, they take time.
I think I did every fucking subquest in that mission.
Are you in the server?
I'm gonna have to go join it now.
The boy is back.
Brr.
He's back. I can't believe people have put in like 135 hours into Wilds already. And then are just like, it's too short. It's like, bruh. The game's only been out for like 175 hours when you posted this. What the fuck do you mean? Everybody eat your dango, please.
Yep, I already ate my dango.
I like your
Alright.
cyberpunk cat.
Yeah, I should have my dog and not my cat out, but it, I don't think it'll let me change it. Which is a bit annoying. Because that means I can't ride the Palamute.
Oh yeah, that's ass.
And I don't know how to switch it. Because my Palamute's stronger than my Palico.
Yeah, because you barely used him. He never leveled up.
No, it's also the fact that, like, even in single, I give him all the best shit. He just hasn't, he hasn't leveled up enough.
Yeah, the cats are really, they can be really powerful. But they don't have the transport function, which
Maybe I gotta do it
is
at my house.
severe.
I forgot we had a house.
It's sort
Where
of
those
like a
twins
fucking,
snuck behind us while we were trying to sleep.
it's like a back room.
Oh, there's a buddy dojo?
Yeah, you can send them there to like train when they're not doing anything else.
Oh? I'm intrigued.
That's
But
interesting.
I can't leave until we finish this mission.
Welcome.
Right.
See,
I'm
here-
readied up. I'm just going to stand and grab something, but feel free to launch the quest whenever.
I'm just trying to
oh.
get... Did I do it? No. Let me use my fucking dog, please. Thank you. Goddamn. Alright.
Here we go again.
Uncle James. Alright, where is this? Flooded orifices? Alright, we gotta kill that lion thing. The Lambos or whatever. Oh, Ludroth. I can't fucking...
Oh,
Read
Royal
for-
Ludroth.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has
yeah. It's
royalty.
royal.
I wonder
Doesn't
which
matter.
bloodline.
It's gonna die. As long as you're not using a fire weapon.
Nah, I don't think my weapon don't do fire damage.
No, that was more of a joke on your gun hammer.
Fuck you, weapon.
I'm never gonna let that go. If you have any lightning weapons, though.
No.
Okay.
I don't think this does lightning damage.
No, Defender does blast. Well, it does in Worlds. I don't think it does in Rise.
Unless there's a way I can, like, add lightning damage. No?
No. Stop running away from me so I can smack your ass with my sword.
Rolled on me.
You got that gator death roll.
Yep. The most dangerous of rolls.
I don't know. If you eat a whole thing of Hawaiian rolls, you're going to be stuck in the bathroom for a while.
Fair point.
And you
Except I
could,
never
and
tested that
you
before.
you could end up like Elvis that way.
Yeah, I really don't want to end up like Elvis.
Exactly.
Ow. My face.
Let me dangle her ass off of a balcony. Oh my god. I swear to god, if it disconnects Tristan because his character's just sitting there, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, that would not be good. Ow. Ow. No.
Animation James, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Car.
He's
Welcome back.
back.
He has returned.
Royal Ludroth.
Gotta drink my potion. I broke parts of him. Now he looks like a decrepit sponge. After him. Get him, boys! He looks like a decrepit sponge. This is a time to strike. As our ally just kind of sits there and waits for him.
Yeah, I was charging up a shot, but then these shots only can be turned a little bit to the left and right after you fire.
He just kind of went around that line of fire,
Yeah.
foiling your plans. $400 damage. How much damage are you guys doing?
200 to 300. Depends on the condition of my
Approximately
weapon.
100 with a headshot.
If I can figure out where the head is. It's very picky. Oh, I missed. Fuck, I missed. The thing a fucking greatsword player always says.
Dang it. Ow. I'm wet.
Being a great sword player never hears. Easy rations. The fucking water blight is awful.
That's why I don't get hit by it. Forehead.
That's the way to do it.
Oh, my face. Must heal.
Mustard. Mustard. Must heal. Mustard. Run him into the wall.
I'm gonna bring him to the Giara Totus and make him fight.
Okay.
But now we have to
follow.
walk all the way over there. Eh.
Hey, look at him go.
And I don't have a puppet spider to use. Damn it, I was gonna ride him. Damn it, I was gonna ride him.
Fought back.
He's flailing, he's flailing.
Mounted Punisher.
Yeah, nice one, you fucking missed.
It did hit just like, yeah, the attack is weird.
Got a little
Mounted Punisher, he yells out, it just fucking completely whiffs. So that would have been really cool if it made contact, just like my greatsword. You're understanding my plight.
The attack like auto aims too, which is the worst part.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the wielder, just like me.
And it did hit once, but it's such a wiggly attack.
That's what I say about it too. Also, I cut off its tail. Free tail.
Nice. Earned everyone savage this tail.
I don't see it.
No, don't go in there. Damn it, I
Oh, I
gotta
see.
run around.
Everybody gets one cloned copy of a tail.
How does it get cloned? I don't know.
Yeah, and chase it all the way to section 3.
Imagination.
Apparently, a lot of people don't like Monster Hunter Rise because it's too fast. I'm like, bruh,
Fast.
bruh.
You sure? It don't feel very fast.
Do you mean encountering the monsters too fast? I mean, yeah, because that's what I want. I don't want to fucking spend God knows how long going after one monster only for it to disappear, like after maybe hitting it a few times. You know how upsetting that gets? Wow, I just spent 20 minutes hunting this damn thing. Oh, it ran away. Now to spend another 30 minutes looking for it again. Look, if you like Monster Hunter World, that's fine. I just think you're a sicko.
But, like, I even enjoyed World, and of course I enjoyed the games that came before it, but I just think that if this is kind of an improved...
It's good pacing.
Yeah, they've made the game, I mean, just generally more enjoyable. But they added, it's also more complex than it used to be, especially in the way that the fighting and maneuver.
Well, let's not say complex. There used to be way more complex versions of this game.
Well, there was
Oh,
more
let me
complex.
scoop up its poop and like taste it.
The tracking was slightly more complex, but it really was just going. It was basically just uncovering tracks on the ground and then following the direction of the track until you eventually came across a monster that would run away.
And you had to chase it through the jungles and then through the water zone, and then each zone had a loading time.
It was like, as the games used to be like largely for the PSP.
Fuck! I wasn't paying attention to my health. Guys, we're not gonna get good rewards. Also, I can make them go sleepy sleep.
Okay.
All right.
Let's end this.
Hold on, I'm on my way.
Keep them distracted. I wonder what this does.
Smacks it and kills it. Oh.
Oh, that's what it does. I'm attracting its attention.
What I think would be cool is if they had special hunts that were like where
Super
you didn't have your
monsters.
Kohoot and you had to like track it through like a difficult weather or something, and so it could restore some of the sluggish, time-consuming gameplay for like if you choose to do it.
Aaron, it was coming towards the trap. What is wrong with
Oh.
you?
Where was the trap?
The thing that's electrocuting under my feet.
Oh.
I think it's about to hit it.
Well, it was still following me.
Yeah, afterwards it stopped. Because you decided to, like, fucking smash it with your perfume.
I didn't know what it was gonna do. I never tried it before.
We got more rewards, even though I fucking died, so we didn't get as much of a bonus. But you have to spend 20 minutes scouring the map for spirit birds to get your health and stamina up. I'm just like, yeah, but just get the right dangos and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you don't have
All
to
about
go-
the dang. It's the heart of the dangos.
It's
you
all
don't
about the
have to get the spirit
dangos.
birds. It is a good idea to get the spirit birds, but with the free running and the wire bug mechanic, it's not super. It doesn't take an enormous amount of time to collect them, and that still adds to the auxiliary gameplay that people thought was missing, but isn't. It's just placed in a more optional capacity, searching for endemic life, and so it gives you choices in how you encounter the monsters rather than
You're gonna
do it
buy those
their way.
barrel bombs so you can help us more, or maybe you can switch back to the great weapon, the
hunting horn.
yeah, the hunting horn, the beautiful tried and true hunting horn.
I can go make a new hunting. Let me see if I can make a new hunting horn.
You should have been able to make the fucking sinister hunting horn or the defender like rank 4 hunting horn.
Yeah, the defenders are like the ones that seem to be.
Oh yeah, no, they're
forgotten,
just
right?
they're really the ones that just push you through the game really fast, so you can get to Sunbreak. That's kind of like what Monster Hunter World did, so you could get to Ice World. I see your nickname is still fledging by Hunter. If you press Y, Aaron, you'll see my nickname is much more interesting. Thrilling under me.
I don't know how to change nicknames.
Oh, it seems like a you problem.
I just don't care.
You should. I'm a Thrill Bill, and I'm here to say I'm Thrill Bill, and get rid of the gay. Is that the line?
Oh.
Get rid of the gay?
Don't know.
No? Well, fuck. Everyone's gonna think it's a hate crime now.
Uh-oh.
Well, now everyone's gonna think it's a hate crime. Yes, people are stupid.
Some hunters literally take hours. I'm used to waiting.
Alright, Basarios.
Let's do this.
See you later.
We just gotta hunt this guy, and then the level 5 hunt, and then bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Clear the room with my spam. There's apparently a hidden monster here that we've never discovered, so I'm gonna go discover that.
Alright.
It's probably Devil Joe.
Devil Joe.
Devil
It's a maze made of human flesh that ends in a giant navel with crust inside of it.
He steals human flesh and puts it on its
No,
skin.
it looks like a giant
Increases
pig.
its armor. Wink, wink.
Oh, it looks like a bull. And he has lightning abilities. Nope.
Lightning piggy.
I don't have the shit for this. I don't got the time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody
They
got
never
time
do.
for that. Ain't nobody got time, and nobody got time, and nobody got time
Holy
for that.
shit, he's fast.
Is he chasing you?
Yeah. Oh. Lucky life.
He does not look happy.
Oh yeah, this is the monkey bull. He's very strong.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't fight it. And add more time that we have to add to fighting the already difficult creature we're going to be fighting.
It's true, and we will fight this guy later. He shoots fucking Sunny D out of his mouth in this colossal beam. It's fucking nuts.
He shoots Sunny D. It's fucking wild.
Oh shit, he got me with the D beam.
I discovered another suitable location.
Nice. You can suit it.
So this is the beast? Alright.
Yes, the big rocky one that takes forever to kill.
Chat, Sunny D is here.
It
Oh,
fucking
shit.
got blasted by the Sunny D beam.
Oh my eye!
Taste the power of the sun.
Bitch!
Fucking. It just won't leave.
It wants revenge.
It was like sleeping. I think, yeah, he's really fucking pissed.
Woke him up during his beauty nap. Jesus Christ!
The fucking lion.
Quickly,
bull.
use that purple stuff. It's his weakness.
Sharpened Fang is sharp enough to cut through anything dumb enough to touch it. Well, I picked it up, so. Yeah.
Oh,
Last one for the history book.
I need this. Rajang. There we go. That's what I like to hear.
Self-employment.
Self-employment. That's what. Wait. Okay, he's running away. Thank fuck. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to fight two people at the same time.
There's like a little pterodon over there.
I don't care. I want this thing to die. No, don't you dig into the fucking ground, you little bitch.
Oh!
Aaron,
Came
kill
out
this
right where I
bitch.
landed. Where'd it go?
What do you mean, where'd it go? We're down here.
Oh. Ah,
Oh, no.
It farted out sleep or something.
Here we go with the fart.
It fucking did it. It blasted it into my face. Fucking anesthesia me.
Oh, it blasted in my face.
And now it ran me over.
Yes, queen, blast your smelly smells on me.
Fucking hate the word smelly. It somehow makes it worse.
Smelly.
The smelly smell.
It smells.
The smelly smell of all
smelly
smells.
Anchovies.
Anchovies! I mean, if it smells like anchovies, there's worse problems. Me when I whip out my gooey dango.
It's done goo.
My dango! No, 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 no! Ow!
How does he burrow with that face? You think you need like a needle face to burrow like that, but he's got this flat little chunk.
I'm going to scream. I just want to fucking sharpen my blade, damn it.
Maybe the horns are like a shovel. Like they're
Digging.
curved like a shovel.
He's digging on in.
Come on in!
Ow! It shot me.
Dung bomb! Dung bomb! Dung bomb!
Let me sharpen
If
my
I ever
horn.
play Wilds on stream, I'm gonna literally put in that fucking mod with the one chick. It makes her into the one creature that just fart blasts you.
There's the great
horrifying.
darkness.
There's a
It
great
gets dark
darkness.
every day. It is more powerful than any devil or demon.
Women.
No.
Back to being women.
Back to the women topic.
Oh fuck. Hey, the fucking dragon decided I want to go to Monkey World. Now
That's
Monkey Man's back, or Monkey Ox Man's back.
Fucking monkey oxman lion just wants to sleep.
And this fucking.
And we're
creature
making all this
shows up.
ruckus.
No, the monster caused the ruckus, not me. He fired up poison. A
Got
toxic
so many vents in his
gas.
body.
He's got toxic gas. 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 The gas. The gas. I sprayed myself with gas.
He's got a very pretty looking beam.
I sprayed myself with gas. Oh no. Oh. I am so sick of this man.
Doin!
Bwah, 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 bwah. Stay away from me! Don't touch me! I don't want to be touched.
Danger, danger.
Stranger danger! He's running away like a little bitch now.
Kill all strangers on sight.
Extremely dangerous. Kill on sight.
That's what I say when I when I see Aaron's character. Extremely dangerous. Kill on sight.
Ouch.
Look, I'm sorry if you find a really scary looking black man wielding a giant mallet coming down the fucking alleyway, I think you'd be thinking second thoughts.
What if he's just a railroad worker?
What if it's John Henry?
Yeah, John Henry himself. He's a still
Ghost of
driving
John
man.
Henry.
He was one of my favorite folk heroes.
Mine was Casey Jones. John Henry, John Henry, John Henry was a powerful man. Born with the power, born with the power, born with the power right in his hand.
A 10-pound hammer. And then some about pulling down the moon.
That's something about pulling down the goddamn moon.
Did take a lot of cooking to keep the boy fed.
John, we have to fight the machine. Or they're gonna take our slave job. I mean, really, that was the story. If you think about it.
Oh, jeez. The deeper meaning.
The deeper meaning. I mean, it's like when you think about The Wizard of Oz. There were like four great powerful, you know, wizards, and
yeah, which represented the 4 railroads at the time, like the 4 major ones.
And so there was the Wicked Witch of the East, or no, it was just the Witch of the East, that died because of Dorothy, which she was brought.
It was self-defense.
She was brought by the Witch of the North, the Good Witch, you know,
quote unquote.
and then basically doesn't tell her how to get home immediately. Uses her to then infiltrate the Wicked Witch of the West, and to basically make the great and powerful Oz step down entirely. If you think about it, it's really just a story of a hostile takeover.
Yeah, I mean, it continues into the original, before the wizard came, like, the original heir their life was in danger, and so when they were born, they were transformed into, like, they did a gender bend and switched them into a boy, and so they grew up as a boy named Tip, hidden away, but once the Scarecrow became the ruler of Oz after the wizard left, he realized that it was tiresome and boring, and so he was going to step down, in which this woman, like, from another nation was going to, at the same time though, she was going to lay siege to Oz because she didn't want to work, and so she wanted to create a world in which she didn't have to work, and she collected people of similar mindsets in order to take up arms and attack the Emerald City. And so the Scarecrow was like, nope, I'm leaving. So then it was Tip was needed again, and so he was sent on a quest where he finds the Tin Man, who became like the lord of like a strong nation to like the south, and
The
encounters
Tin
a
Man
bunch
He
of
was
nation.
also still really gay.
encountered a
Tin-
bunch of friends along the way, but ultimately, when it was revealed his original identity, he had a choice to continue living his own life, or to save Oz by turning back into a girl and becoming the legitimate ruler. And so he did, and he was forced to abandon this personality that he developed when he was young and adapt to the role of ruler and what was expected of him as a girl, and I guess lived unhappily but served people as the heir for as long as he could, or she could, now that she was back.
Whatever the fuck
It
it
is,
was.
ma'am.
It is, ma'am. Then came the great and powerful Walsh, uprooting from the far north. That's when the third original story comes from.
The Tin Man's like whole thing was odd, like because like the reason he left his wife, and the reason he was afraid that it was because he was afraid he couldn't love her, but it was
he
an
was
act
gay.
of love for leaving. He cut off his limb, like one of his limbs, in an accident in which he was trying to cut down a tree in the rain, and the axe slipped and cut off like his leg. And then eventually he went through a horrible cycle of repeated dismemberment until eventually his entire body had to be replaced. At which point he thought that he could no longer love his wife, and so he left her.
But really,
because
he was just super, super gay.
He was just really gay.
There was no love. He was just really, really fucking gay.
The gas made him gay.
Gas made him gay.
Gay gas.
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 Oh, I figured out how to get monster broth.
How?
Those little bugs.
Oh, for fuck's sake, let me get in this little thing.
I know a bunch of these Alterots have died in an extremely fortunate event, and I want to get their flesh.
There.
I'm being a Native American and using all the body parts.
Can't waste nothing. Connor wasted no animal. Desynchronized because a deer died 400 feet away and you didn't notice and you walked too far. Oh, the worst fucking thing in a video game. I mean, that was... They simultaneously introduced the one thing that made Assassin's Creed interesting, sailing, and some of the worst mechanics and design decisions of all time in Assassin's Creed 3, culminating in a wonderfully disappointing ending for the series, which then became a bunch of random shit for a while. At least they capitalized on the sailing with Black Flag and Rogue and those other smaller games that no one played.
I saw someone like try to defend that Syndicate was good, and I'm like, no, it really fucking wasn't.
Man, I always forget about Syndicate. Forgot that even existed.
Because it's that boring. It's like, you'd think with London gangs and shit, it's like, no, most of the time you're on a fucking stagecoach getting to the next mission objective.
People were super excited about the French one, and then it was just so incredibly broken
Boring.
and boring.
Dumb. And you
And-
realize,
and-
oh, the
and
revolutionaries were the
historically-
villains the whole time.
No. They want you to... No, they didn't. Well, I never finished it, but I don't think they went that route. They were trying to make them look like the misunderstood people.
Bullshit.
Because they literally had you, like, I believe, assassinate, like, I think the royals were the Templars.
Yeah.
Or at least a
All this
majority
to
were.
kill a couple of people.
All
It's
this
an
for
odd
a
thing
bagel.
too. Of like,
Yeah,
The
that's what
only-
it feels like.
it
The
feels
entire revolution for a loaf of bread.
because the assassins aren't like supposed to actually be good guys.
Never
Their
were.
creed, in which everything is permitted, is
Is a bit
fucked
evil.
it's yeah.
That means you
All
could
because
rape.
of a little piece of something that we had no idea. A little piece of Eden, as they said. Looks like a piece of shit. What is this? A little anal
Alright.
bead?
I can set up the trap now.
You got to wield the apple in like a side mission in Assassin's Creed Revelations. We played as Altair
Altair.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Coming back after his exile.
I do like the names of the characters, like Altair Ibn Wahab and fucking the Anzio Auditore de Florencio. Oh, that
Enzo Amore. Not Enzo.
Ezio has like
Ezio.
yeah, Ezio.
Never
and then-
forget.
Three
Dear Ezio.
fucking games worth of Ezio.
Yeah, I loved the way that his life ended, where he just sat down on the bench and passed away.
No, he didn't. Someone poisoned him. I don't think you watched the full thing.
Did really that happen? Like
Yeah, he was
of
killed while he was sleeping. When
Oh, that's
his
kinda dumb.
when he takes his family to the market, he like closes his eyes for a brief second, and is I think poisoned.
Oh, that's not as cool.
Let me
or
guess.
clever, that's
By
too
his own
obvious.
members.
I don't know. It was probably Templars, because that was the whole thing. But that was also like the price he paid, that he cared about his family and all that shit. That, you know, he was getting
Yeah.
old. He gave his knowledge to some Asian chick, and then
And nobody cared about, I'm guessing.
they made a 2D side scroller game out of.
Or
That's
Asia, as they would have
depressing.
called it back then.
The Great Mang Dynasty.
Meng.
We have to go dispatch a Masutse.
Mizutsune.
Yeah, Aaron's
These-
favorite.
I really like these creatures. They're
Special quest for you.
they're long. But they make some really nice equipment. They make one of the best, or at least one of my favorite long sword.
A bewitching dance.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like pseudo sexy because it's Japan.
It's supposed to be like pseudo sexy and makes you want to bang the monster, but like, you know.
Can't.
It's like based on like the kitsune spirits that could like transform into foxes or women that would like in two
booty.
variations, you know, the ones that would seduce men, or the other ones that would come to men who were in agony and needed sex.
In agony, quote unquote.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I haven't gotten laid.
But largely they're tricksters that
Suck your essence out, so to speak.
Yeah. Define essence.
Come.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Seaman. It's Seaman.
Say, man. Me T-Man.
Seaman, meet He-Man.
Hello.
Hello.
He-Man and the masters of the universe.
Alright, everyone accept the mission. Let's kill this bitch.
Hold on.
And then we'll go to Austin front and fight, I don't know, whatever.
Whatever's not in front.
And the masses of the universe. Why'd you post the quest? I already posted the quest.
I was slightly paranoid that if I didn't do that, I would enter the quest and then I would still be level fat when everyone else was level fart.
Alright, Aaron, do it yourself as well, I guess. I mean, we didn't have to do that last time, but everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
and-
It's just paranoia.
I'm
It's
just gonna.
paranoia. It's
I'm
just
just gonna
fear of
accept
judgment
it.
of one's peers.
Alright,
It drives
then
people
fix
to do
it.
insane things.
And go and fix it, or else you're not going to be in the same quest as us.
Yeah, just cancel and let's join heaven.
Hold on.
Wanna see a master picture at work? He just starts fucking slobbering himself.
Gross.
There are a lot of parts to break on this monster, and it's very long.
It's very long.
More you know.
If you want to craft the shit out of it, like it's one of the things you gotta fight a bunch of times. But
And it's really annoying, and it's long, and it's really annoying.
there's an Apex version of it that you need to for the better stuff.
I still can't believe we couldn't fucking kill the Apex bear thing.
It's because we're
Yeah.
losers.
Well, we weren't very well equipped back then.
No,
Or
no,
just
no.
we're
We
losers.
were well equipped.
Because we
It's
did.
just fucking everyone started spiraling out of control and didn't put any fucking stuff down.
Yeah, it must have been too late. Like we must have played for too long. This game like has a way of draining your focus and turning you into a slob and blathering little flailing frog full of
That's
fucking
that's definitely not, concerning.
sort of drains the mind and turns you into like an
A VTuber viewer.
VTuber
Oh,
viewer. Yeah,
God.
exactly.
That's a dystopia just waiting to happen.
I mean, there's already a group that's trying to get underage VTubers to be a thing.
What?
Yeah.
Make your money early, I guess.
Oh no, we
damn
know
it, bro.
why. We know why. We know what market that's targeting. The rich
Fucking
pedophile.
predators.
Yeah, apparently, it's a very profitable market. I still think it's better. I think it's more morally acceptable to make money off of fat women sitting on bread.
Well, obviously.
Well, what kind of bread?
Wonder Bread.
That's true. We need to make sure that it's morally acceptable bread.
Well, what can you
Wonder
define
Bread.
that? Wonder Bread?
If the company ever donated to a charity that had anything
Holy
to do
shit.
with something that was slightly that could slightly be considered by extremists to be anti-gay, then the bread is banned and they'll ban us and cancel us. So we have to be careful.
This thing has bubble power.
Yeah, and it fucked
I'm
up my
scared.
my armor pretty bad. I got fucking chiseled out. You wrecked my ship, bro.
It's slipping and sliding. This is scary.
It's flipping and flopping, flipping and flopping. Look
It's-
at
it's
this
like-
crack.
It's a mixture between an axolotl and a fox.
Oh. Hit its head. Hit its head. Just smash it. Smash the fuck out of it.
I missed.
I dazed it. Just keep on smashing its head. Just bash it till it fucking flattens. Fucking no mercy.
741 damage.
No more ribs.
So I was wrong about what divine protection does in this before. I'm pretty sure it gives you like a 15% damage reduction.
So what you're telling me is that it's your fault why we keep dying.
Well, no, it's better than it was, so I don't know why we're dying. It's better than what I thought it was. So we were more advantaged all along. We just suck.
Just didn't know how to do it properly.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
not taking responsibility for this one. This was not my fault. This motherfucker was shooting bubbles.
It does shoot
Damn
bubbles.
snot bubbles. Attack up.
It shoots its bubbles at me.
Oh,
What am I supposed to
it
fucking
went that
do?
way. It went this way.
Well, Ataka.
Alawente. Fucking before I even took my nap, Tristan was like, "You want to play Age of Empires?" and the person was like, spend my time playing Age of Empires and getting angry before stream, or take a nice nap. Choices.
Well, it
Oh
was
god, it's got a
the-
water gun.
I started experimenting with like the was it the Hausa? I did some
Africans?
stuff with them. Yeah, I like the that you can just get ally with that one nation that just lets you spawn millions of musketeers. And they all say chili chili when you fucking move around.
Chile, chile.
It's like really pleasant.
Yeah, the
I have no
Akaban.
idea what it means. And then I was able to order Gatling camels from Egypt, and it was fun.
Oh guys, I gotta
I like-
sharpen my weapon.
I like the weird influence thing where you just sell what they look like fucking seashells or like curled up fucking.
I think they're turbans.
Is it? Was it literally drifting while shooting?
Yes, it was drifting.
Yeesh. This monster is dangerous.
The reason also why I think it's turbans is because most of the villages that you are working with are of Muslim faith, besides Portugal.
Yeah, and the UK is one of the ones you get.
And let's be honest, modern day UK. I mean,
And
have you
they're
guys
turning. They're
seen
turning.
what's been going on? I've been seeing what's been going on.
Ow.
No, it just reminds me of this funny fucking recent news story where it's like 3 hours ago, BBC, Conor McGregor talking about how, you know, Ireland's a violent place, not true. You know, like, BBC's trying to fucking cover for, you know, the reasons. And not even an hour later, it's like 1 hour ago. Recent stabbing, mass stabbing. It's like, we live in a
Yeah,
funny
it's like-
world, don't we?
So I remember there was a news station that tried to there was a terrorist attack, and they didn't want to say that the guy shouted Allahu Akbar, like the prayer of vengeance for, and so they translated it more or less to God is great, but it's like, you're not fooling anybody. It was an Islamic extremist. He blew up, killed people. He wanted verge.
They didn't want
Like,
to
the more you look into it, it was like, wait a second.
because it's offensive. Screw you.
Death of innocent people is offensive. That's just how
Oh,
it
don't
is.
worry. So long as they kill them, they automatically go to heaven for some reason.
Yeah,
Not joking. That's a literal thing
That's
they
literally
believe in.
what they think. Yeah, there was part of it was like the religion was founded like in order to give legitimacy and casus belli, like for attacking Jewish and Christian caravans in the Middle East.
Ah. No wonder the Crusades happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would like pilgrims to Jerusalem were being attacked and raped, and so when people in the West heard about that,
Like,
they
hey,
were
that's
upset.
not very nice.
They went Chad mode. That's how the Templars were
Please
made.
never fucking use Wojak references, please. That just makes you sound
No
really
idea what that means.
Chad, Chud, fucking soy. Like, don't use that. It's fucking really cringy. They went Chad
Like-
mode.
Giga Chads and Timmies.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up. That's like the gayest thing you can say. that brings dishonor to the fucking to the Templars.
It brings me back to the time when I played Tarkov for like 2 months. Was left behind by my friend who played it constantly, and then didn't want to play it anymore.
He called him a chud.
Well, the one interesting thing that ever happened in that game was I found a guy who was in another room across the hallway from me, and he was gonna kill me. So I said, you wanna, was it friendly? And he said sure, and then he rolled a grenade across, and it blew up in the room. And I was
Oh.
Wow, it sounds like Marauders. Except for some Spanish-speaking dude, and he's like obviously calling me slurs.
I mean, I missed.
You
There's a
always
game
do
that I used
that.
to play that was really fun. It was Gloria Victis. I used to have a lot of fun with that. And for some reason there were a shitload of Portuguese players, which was interesting.
I
So
wonder
like,
why.
I started trying to learn Portuguese. So
They
I could-
realized he was just speaking a bunch of offensive terms. Come on, Mutombo Jr. Don't die. We will fail the mission.
Try not to.
Because I've already gotten knocked out twice. Because my guy is as slow as fuck.
Yeah, this thing is fucking fast and it deals water damage.
Note to self, make sure you have the water resistance, Dongo, in case we fight this thing again.
No, no, no. What you need is electricity weapons.
Electricity weapons?
Yeah.
That is a good thing to have. That, incidentally, that lion, monkey, fucking antelope bull thing that we were fighting before, he gets you some of like the best.
Alright, he's weak. I'm gonna trap him.
weapons.
Ah, no.
Quickly, everybody, mega potion.
Oh my god. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna trap it. Oh my
Oh.
god, stop!
Stop with the bubbles.
God damn.
Oh.
Screw that monster.
Sleeping so peacefully.
Or a vicious beast. Semi-aquatic fox.
While Evans just beamed the crap out of it while it's
Made me
sleeping.
angry. I got a Mitsune plate. Wow!
The Mizutsune claws and purple fur are the things that you want the most.
Find our answers. The answers to which has plagued Kamura, the cause of the rampage. And you, hunting that poor old Mizu, led us to the answer. Oh no. I don't care about the
I
story.
don't get it. You're trying to make it sound like the monster was innocent?
Well,
Wow.
he thinks that he has this weird. He thinks that he looks like a Mizutsune. Is like a weird character trait that he has.
I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you.
Which
Cause
quest
like
would you
in fucking one of the earliest like dialogues and like earliest quests, fucking this bitch said saw a monster and said that it looks just like this dude, and it was like a fat blob thing, and he was like, "Oh, you saw Mizutsune," and then she's like, "Oh, I can't tell him now."
Yeah, it was a Mizutsune, yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello.
Go on.
Yeah, I have the origami axe now.
Wow, I unlocked the brush glaive. Too bad I forced myself not to play insect glaive playing this.
Insect glaive's quite good.
Everyone shits on me for it.
How may I help?
So I'm gay, I'm not that gay.
I've got some good deals for you.
Extreme gayness leads to shit.
Very well. Let us begin. Well done. Happy
I'm gay, but I'm not that gay. It's like, fuck you.
Is that what they say to you when you put an insect glaive?
Yeah.
What? Like, what's wrong with the insect blade?
I don't know.
It's a good weapon.
But I feel self-conscious every time I pick it up now.
Gotcha.
I'm gay, but I'm not that gay. Okay.
It's like Rivers of Blood in the Elden Ring is an irritatingly powerful weapon, but it's also a good weapon. And despite the fact that edgelords love it and masturbate to it, it's again still a good weapon. It's a good choice to use, and people who are really good with it are way better than those who
annoying.
aren't. Like they are, yeah, they can be really annoying to fight, but it's all about timing. It's all about mastering the weapon. It's because it's a completely offensive weapon, and so if you happen to be a very good parrier, or you just happen to have a bigger, longer weapon,
No problem.
or you use a lot of explosives,
Suddenly becomes a lot less of an issue.
My hammer's ready.
additionally, if you just wear extremely heavy armor.
What do you need? Gotcha.
Oh, that's also I haven't been upgrading my my current armor pieces.
Gotcha. Right. Let's get cracking.
The time has come, says the cat to the man that turned into a walrus.
Huh?
I don't know, something about common walruses.
Gotcha.
Coming inside a walrus.
No problem.
I don't know, something about being gay.
Right. Let's get cracking. Now get hunting.
Alright, well, chat, it's been a fun little ditty, ain't it?
Hello there.
And not the kind of ditty who diddles. Tune in for tomorrow. I'm looking to possibly playing the Pathologic 3 demo prologue. So, and then I'll have like a backup game if that ends shorter than expected. So, tune in for that. Bye!
Bye.